Now, amico is the Italian word for friend, and that's basically what we've designed our entire system and games around. That friendship, that multiplayer, that couch co-op experience.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Intellivision Amico delayed a third time, now out by the end of the year for pre-orders. It's not known whether other people will be able to get theirs by the end of the year, but that is what's been going around. So, this is news. I mean, listen, we know, and we just recently played the Amico.
Yes.
So it does exist, people. It's out there. It's not vaporware. I had it in my hands. I played the games.
Yeah.
But we kind of
Me too.
Yep. Yes, you did.
Yeah. We kind of knew.
Yep.
Obviously, with things that have been going on, people forget that. They say, "Oh, what do you say? The pandemic? What is it?" Yes,
Yeah, that's still going. That's still a thing.
There was a thing called the pandemic.
It's still here.
No, it's not was. It still is.
It's still here.
It is, and it's getting worse.
Right,
Chip
exactly.
shortage.
Yeah, there's still shortages
It's
on
like
everything.
a chip shortage.
Yeah. You still can't find a cell phone if you go into
And
most
that's why
stores.
you still can't get a PS5.
And that's why you can't get.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's
Listen, the controller is made out of a lot of components that are in cell phones, and you know what's coming out very
Yeah.
soon.
A lot of cell phones.
There's Samsung. They're coming out with their entire
biggest-
line,
the
and
biggest-
we're talking millions upon millions
Yeah.
of these devices that have to be released from these multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar companies. So, Apple, right after Samsung, is coming out with their phones, and they're going to have the most. So they have
Yeah.
all of this stuff, and then
Yep. And the capital to invest
yeah.
and make sure that they have
yes,
it up
they're
front.
first. They're first in line.
exactly.
And then you
Yeah.
have Google. They're making their phones too.
Yep.
And that's Microsoft.
They got the
They
money.
have all of it.
Sorry to
the
cut you
money.
off. I just read a hilarious comment. Retro Rivals. I'm the only gamer that doesn't know anything about the Amico, so I'll probably buy it. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a
awesome.
great comment.
That's awesome. That's funny.
Kudos to you. That's awesome.
But it's,
That's
as far
great.
as getting the pieces for this thing, that is
Oh,
a problem.
Richard.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
And we knew that this was going to happen. Not for a fact, but we knew it was nothing new. Like when I got the email, I was like, oh,
I wasn't. So we
here
weren't
go.
surprised even before we met up with Tommy to play it. We had a feeling that this was going to happen because based off what was going on.
You want to come out strong. You
Yeah.
don't wanna- like everybody's like, they should come out with even a little test run
Yeah.
and just get it out.
Everyone apparently is an expert at coming out with a new console during the
Exactly.
pandemic.
Yeah,
apparently,
yeah, yeah.
they should have. They should have.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
just
great idea. Let's release
console in general.
1,000 of them and just call it a day.
Yeah, it's like everyone knows what to do.
Well,
apparently,
the-
like,
Right.
come on, dude.
The Panic Playdate, right?
Oh,
Which I pre-ordered. I'm hyped for it. Panic Playdate. People have been drawing a comparison. First of all, different types of chips needed for it.
Yeah.
Different technology, not stuff that's usually used in cell phones. Second of all, they even though they're doing the rolling pre-orders, they sold out. What was it? Wasn't it?
200,000, I think?
Was it 20,000? Right? 200 or 20,000? I don't even
I
remember.
think it was 200,000.
200,000. So in the grand scheme of things, that's actually not that much for a 3-month span,
Yeah.
4-month
I
span.
mean, that was the first day.
Like it's
We
really
don't know the
not.
full range of it
Yeah,
for that sale.
right. And so but their whole model has been very different and better, worse, whatever, anywhere in between. But it's been very different. So I don't think it's a good comparison. Yeah, I mean, with the Amico, like I got to play it. You guys got to play it. Like the games I played, there was one that had enough bugs in it where I'm like, yeah, this isn't quite finished, like polished up. And shortly thereafter, I saw footage of other people playing at the Crayola event, and I'm like, they polished it up, they finished it,
People are
like
working on it.
So
Oh yeah.
They are working.
so and it was like one of the things that I felt was like in the current state of how I played it, it was ready to release. Like they could release it. I mentioned this in at one point. The only thing that I didn't see was the user interface that's going to be the final finished user interface. And I think what I believe is still the case is that they're just using a sort of a stand-in
Placeholder.
until they can. Yeah, a placeholder until they can actually reveal it with some hype and everything around it, which I think makes sense. I mean, the thing is, if they released it with that placeholder, it's still a functional system. So, I do feel like the claim that this is related to parts shortage. I mean, we saw in the videos that are on their YouTube channel that they've only just gotten back into their headquarters. We don't even know if they're going to be able to stay in there for much longer with the way things are
Seriously.
going with the pandemic. I mean, the thing is, I think it was wise of them to not give a new date.
Yeah, that's
Well, people want a new date, so
No,
they
don't.
can get
You
mad.
don't do that. You don't do that
Right.
during the pandemic. No.
No, I don't think maybe they shouldn't have done the date before. But I mean, it's hard to predict these things. And as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that came out of all of this and sort of the drama around this is it reminded me that companies are the sum of people. And there are real people that are working on this project that believe in it, that want to, make it succeed. And, we could sit there and try and bash what they're doing in their efforts, but like we're all in this together. Can't we just support other people trying to do something as opposed to tearing them down? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you said it best there. I mean, the thing is that it's people need to understand like what's going on. Like and yeah, this is a.
You think they don't want to release it?
Yeah, it's like what a. I mean, if there's any time the worst time to come out with a new console, it's I mean, talk about like chips stacked against you, and like one thing after another, and I'm pretty sure everyone who's pre-ordered or anyone who's thought about getting the Amico, a little frustrated, like, oh, I wish this, and that, blah, blah, blah. Why is this delayed? I mean, everyone that works at Intellivision, you think they're happy about it? Like, I'm pretty sure they're like,
Right.
you got to be fucking kidding me with this. Like, and it's. I'm pretty sure they're banging their head against the wall with the amount of obstacles they got to go through just to come out with it. Yeah. And that's just the way it is right now, unfortunately. But like, there isn't any need for any negativity on a new console coming out. It's like
It's like asking to drive cross country when there's a gas shortage.
Yeah.
And getting mad because
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
because you can't make the trip.
Yeah.
It's
right.
like,
yeah, of course you can.
what do you want me to do? What do you want me to
How
do?
come you guys didn't get gas from somewhere else? Because it's a shortage.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, there's no gas.
How come this doesn't run on garbage? I saw Back to the Future.
I saw Back to the Future. I want Mr. Fusion.
Make it happen.
how come it doesn't run on garbage?
Fusion.
Capacitor can't handle it.
Apparently, it can happen. Damn it.
But all I know is that the time that I that we spent playing it, we enjoyed it thoroughly. Obviously, when it finally does come out, whenever it is, we're definitely gonna get it no matter what. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see it on the channel, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time.
What's funny is the people who are most mad about the thing not coming out are the people who don't want it.
Which makes to me it makes
Or they claim they don't want it.
Yeah, that's the
they
thing that
claim
makes no sense. There's tons of all right. It's everyone knows. I'm not a Minecraft fan. I'm not a Fortnite fan. I'm not I'm not a Pokemon fan by any means.
How many
Okay.
videos did you make on those?
On what?
On any of those games?
Let's see. 0. Okay? 0. In Smash Brothers, I love killing Steve because I hate Steve. But am I going on every single Minecraft video online saying, fuck this game, it's a piece of shit? No, I don't care. I don't care. I have a life and things to do. It's okay to dislike something, but taking time out to go and hate on something, it's like, dude, you got to get a life or something. Come on.
That's
The
why
sun. There's still a sun outside.
And that's why there's such a variety of games. Like, you can
Something
like
for
your
everyone.
stuff,
Yeah.
and someone else can like their
Not
stuff,
for you, man.
and you don't have to like their stuff, but you don't have to knock them for it. You know what I
We
mean?
don't agree on the same games.
Oh, no, hell no, we don't.
We don't agree on the same games. Hell no.
Yeah,
Imagine
we were
if
talking
you-
before. I'm not playing Xbox. We were talking about this right
Why we have to
beforehand.
bring that back?
I'm not. Please come back, guys.
Open up old wounds, man.
I just realized I haven't been going to every Command and Conquer video and bashing.
Yeah, and bashing the
Because
game.
I
Like,
I don't play that game.
yeah, it's like, who
So
gives a
maybe I should
shit?
do that this week. Find some creative time.
But the one thing I think is probably part of why we're seeing so much around the Amico is I don't know that I've ever seen a games company be as open and as
That's
willing
true.
to talk
Very,
to
very true. Very
nobody's
transparent.
like me.
Very transparent.
Right.
Yes.
This is why.
I mean, definitely,
seen
like,
before.
and at the same time, I will admit there are some things like that I wish they were maybe more transparent on, but like the amount of communication that is there, and I'm sure it's all filtered through all of the things they can and can't talk about, and the deals with other developers and everything, and other licenses, but I've never seen, a company where I can so quickly sort of say, oh, this is the sum of these people. Like these are people working on this project. I don't know the heads of most companies, but if you look at Intellivision, like the first thing that comes to my mind are all the clips of the team. You've got your kind of your core team there, and of course Tommy Tallarico, and and that's, I think, a blessing and a curse. Like it's a blessing and a curse, because there are people that then find it easier, I think, to bash, because it's like, I can bash this
I can see
person,
them. I know who they are.
You give people
Yeah.
access, they abuse it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because
and why? Why can't we hold ourselves to higher standard? That's what it comes down to, guys. Like, I think you see it. I think, most people that are not engaging in the conversation, the drama. It's why I stopped. I'd love to do more videos on the Amico. I was telling you before we started, I have like 4 hours of footage, just raw game footage. I was planning on sharing, and I'm just like holding off, because I'm seeing the reactions to new Amico content and things like that, and I'm just like, it's not quite in a place where I feel like I could do that and just be okay, because like I don't want to deal with drama right now. I don't want to subject myself to that. Yeah. So right now I'm kind of just holding off a little bit, but I mean, the fact is, my daughter keeps asking, when can I play Shark Shark?
and that's the important.
We played Shark Shark. And that's
We watch the kids play it, man, and that's a I think more so than just us playing it is just watching other people play it. And if I I remember at the Crayola event, I was hanging out with the rest of Level 857 on one side, and I saw Tommy interacting with, the getting people to play Shark Shark and Astro Smash. And, I lock eyes with him, pause, and I'm like...
Go ahead.
And then I pointed to him because I was kind of signaling to him like, oh, look at the kids really into it, without even saying it. And he gave me the thumbs up, and he smiled at it. And I'm like, that's basically what it's about. It's and I remember I saw these two brothers like playing Astro Smash. The kid had the controller up like this. He was like this. And he was Turbo 857, who isn't here now. He's in on a trip. But he's my brother, and we grew up playing like Double Dragon and all those games. And I'm like, wow, that reminds me of us, how we were so locked into these games like starting out. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then over next to them, I see a mother and a daughter playing a game, Shark Shark. And I was like, yep, that's he's onto something. I'm like, this is a thing where everything else that's out now is very intimidating, especially for parents to get into. Parents are like, nah, this shit's too advanced, it's past me. But it's simple enough for them to get back into it. And, cool enough for kids to be like, all right, I'll play this with my mom or my dad or whatever.
It's not about one person sitting there playing.
No, that's isolation.
And if you think of it that way, you're not going to like the system. It's
Yeah.
not for you.
Your older brother,
Chris.
Chris. Right?
Yeah.
Same age as my older brother.
Yep.
Right? And they both stopped playing video games at the same fucking time.
And I wonder if it was the same game.
After it probably wasn't the same game, but after the Sega Genesis, my brother would not. He looked at the Super Nintendo controller and he was like, "No, there's too many buttons."
Yeah, too many buttons. Too many buttons.
I can't. It was too much for him.
A lot of people
Right.
stop.
It was too much for him. He could not do it. Till this day, he can't do it. He's like, "Nah."
But then,
But if he sees a Genesis, he's like, "Oh, 3 buttons." Okay.
They could be introduced back to something.
If you show him the Amico, it'll be like, hey, you want to play Astro Smash? You want to play what?
At 2 seconds. And it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up, because the other day, my brother Chris came over with my nephew, who's just turned 5. And my nephew Sebastian just recently got into like Star Wars Legos, right? So he was playing it on the iPad. And so my brother was like, can I get a Wii or a Wii U? Because we have them in the box. We don't mess with the Wii or Wii U anymore. I'm like, yeah, take it. Take all whatever you need. Now, Chris hasn't messed with games since Genesis, so he doesn't know about the sensor board. He doesn't know about these new controllers. He's asking all these questions, and I'm like, dude, yeah, you got to do this. He's like, is there anything simpler, blah, blah? He just loves this. I just want to set it up for him because he just loves it. And he set up the Wii U.
And this was simple.
I think Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars. And he's like, yeah, I found a way to set it up, because he couldn't do it because there was no sensor board. So he set it up, and he was like,
candles and
And I was like, Chris, do you know this shit is co-op? It's 2-player split screen. He's like, I could play with him. I said, yeah, just hit the button. Get the fuck out of here. and then he texts me. He's like, but what's up with the graphics though? There's extra pixely or something. I was just like, wait, now you're getting picky on the fucking graphics? You haven't played since Genesis, dude. Like the fuck you getting all picky? Oh, I just thought because it looks so much better on the iPad or whatever. I'm like.
Them
like,
earlier
wow.
generation games do not look good on those high def.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. It's like
It looks a little rough.
It's a little rough, but
that gameplay for Lego Star Wars.
Get a
is
retro
amazing.
tank.
but it made me think.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish the Amico was out because it'd be so easy
Oh,
for
yeah.
the two of them would just pick it up so
Hell yeah.
so
that'd be
fast.
what- Actually, all three of them would be playing Astro Smash all day.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, easily.
And then people wonder why.
Those types of games, you know, because I now too, like I'm busy enough that I don't, outside of streaming or making videos, I don't get to game that much. I might do like some daily stuff in my Animal Crossing these days. I might occasionally do something on my phone. I
had to bring it back.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. I got competition. Hold on.
You gotta compete with.
Hold on.
Charlie.
There's a discount on the sub. $4.
Oh,
$4 a month.
Yo, you hear it first, guys.
There's no competition. Let's go.
fire sale, fire.
I'm not trying to work anymore.
Sorry, man.
I'm sorry, I had no choice. I had no choice.
No,
man.
it's all good.
Couldn't resist.
So, like, I remember seeing some comments in my videos on the Amico, people saying you can play these things on your phone, but here's the thing: I have always been a couch console gamer. Like, I enjoy that experience of gaming.
Can't do that.
So, playing on my phone, playing on a computer, that's always been a little foreign to me. A computer and a phone for me, it does too many other things. I can't focus on just a game. You know, because there's so many other things that are there, you know, and I'm playing a game and all of a sudden a notification goes off on my phone, or, you know, I'm playing on the computer and suddenly the immersion's broken because I have to update a driver. With, you know, with a console or a handheld, that experience, I mean, it's definitely, I'm not saying, you know, the good old days of just taking a cartridge off your shelf, you know, blowing on it and putting your SNES, those days are gone, you know, you've got patches and stuff, but it's still a different experience. With the Amico, the types of games is what is different, because it's more like those quick pick up and play type of games that we used to play, that used to be the AAA titles, and so that's what I found with it, is that when I pick up my Switch, I've got so many great games, and that's undeniable. There's a ton. It's actually over.
I was just about to say,
many.
it's too many. There's too many good games. Too many.
Right. But something that's focused, something that you can pick up and play in an instant, that you don't have to go through a tutorial for, that you're not going to have to invest, you know, 40 plus hours. To me, a video game is worth, you know, it's worth $60 if I get just a couple, like if I get, you know, 4 hours of game time in it, it's worth $60. I'd pay that much to go see a movie with my family. You know, that's the way I look at it, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying that I want prices to be higher, but you know,
Indie developers are like, I
just
knew
saying,
I
you know,
fucking should have.
What's the price?
you know, like the 99-cent sales are a little bit ridiculous to me. You know, but the Amico, like, to me, it's about bringing those types of games back that I enjoyed, and I sat down and enjoyed them. The game that I enjoyed the least that I played, this is a hot little thing I want to share with you, was Finnegan Fox.
We didn't even play it.
I was gonna go into games that we played and stuff after the news section.
Oh, okay.
So we can get into.
Okay, well,
so
we could do that. Wait, or I could just real quickly say
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
thing on it. Either way, whatever
No,
you
go
want.
for it. Yeah.
So the game I enjoyed the least was Finnegan Fox, and it was because of the look of it. I was like, I don't like the look of it, and I will also say, platformers are my favorite genre. I just was like, this isn't doing it for me. Tommy Talrico says, here's the thing. We had focus groups, and we chose an art style based on the focus groups. You know, and so this is what won out, this style. And I was like critical of it. I'm like, I'm still not digging it. Like, yes, that might be, sure. My daughter comes in. The game that she keeps requesting to play again is Finnegan Fox. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, so, you know, and the same thing with like Shark. He's like, we had all these different styles, hand drawn and whatnot. We went with this because it reminded kids of Finding Nemo. Like, it's that attention to the
Yes.
core demographic that's going to be playing this, that I think is why the Amico is probably going to do pretty well. I mean, is it going to be the next, PlayStation 5 or whatever? No, but I mean, I think it's going to do well. And as far as for like what you said, for those gamers that have lapsed, this is like the Wii was easy when it came out. It's not now because we have HD TVs. Yeah, it's a chore. You can't get it to look nice. It's a pain. But when it came out, it was like every nursing home had one. The Amico is going to fill that void as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. I mean, if it's delayed, it's delayed. There's been plenty of other delays, and we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
When it finally is released,
Good way to look at it.
No one's going to talk about the delay.
Exactly.
It's not vaporware.
It.
You play it.
When it's ready,
Yeah.
it's ready.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you just have to wait.